one knew how much risk was in that system. Repackaged and re-leveraged again and again and again and again and again and again again and again and again and again. Repackaged and re-leveraged again and again again and again and again and again.
That's a scam!
Yeah, absolutely could pull it off without my math degree. Use very little math. Use a lot of elementary school math. Being comfortable with risk is very important.
No one knew how much risk was in that system. Bilateral, bespoke, non-reported transactions. No one knew how much risk was in that system. Repackaged and re-leveraged again and again and again and again and again and again again and again and again and again. Repackaged and re-leveraged again and again again and again and again and again.
That's a scam!
Lil Bubble, let me ride that rocket.
No one knew how much risk was in that system. Bilateral, bespoke, non-reported transactions. No one knew how much risk was in that system. Repackaged and re-leveraged again and again and again and again. No one knew how much risk was in that system. Bilateral, bespoke, non-reported transactions. No one knew how much risk was in that system. Repackaged and re-leveraged again and again and again and again and again and again again and again and again and again. Repackaged and re-leveraged again and again again and again and again and again.
That's a scam!
Yeah, absolutely could pull it off without my math degree. Use very little math. Use a lot of elementary school math. Being comfortable with risk is very important.
No one knew how much risk was in that system. Bilateral, bespoke, non-reported transactions. No one knew how much risk was in that system. Repackaged and re-leveraged again and again and again and again and again and again again and again and again and again. Repackaged and re-leveraged again and again again and again and again and again.
That's a scam!
Lil Bubble, let me ride that rocket.
No one knew how much risk was in that system. Bilateral, bespoke, non-reported transactions. No one knew how much risk was in that system. Repackaged and re-leveraged again and again and again and again. No one knew how much risk was in that system. Bilateral, bespoke, non-reported transactions. No one knew how much risk was in that system. Repackaged and re-leveraged again and again and again and again and again and again again and again and again and again. Repackaged and re-leveraged again and again again and again and again and again.
That's a scam!
Yeah, absolutely could pull it off without my math degree. Use very little math. Use a lot of elementary school math. Being comfortable with risk is very important.
No one knew how much risk was in that system. Bilateral, bespoke, non-reported transactions. No one knew how much risk was in that system. Repackaged and re-leveraged again and again and again and again and again and again again and again and again and again. Repackaged and re-leveraged again and again again and again and again and again.
That's a scam!
Lil Bubble, let me ride that rocket.
No one knew how much risk was in that system. Bilateral, bespoke, non-reported transactions. No one knew how much risk was in that system. Repackaged and re-leveraged again and again and again and again. No one knew how much risk was in that system. Bilateral, bespoke, non-reported transactions. No one knew how much risk was in that system. Repackaged and re-leveraged again and again and again and again and again and again again and again and again and again. Repackaged and re-leveraged again and again again and
Lovely internet friends, welcome. I told you it was a matter of when, not a matter of if. Yes, Solana is over $80 and here we go with the real fake, real Solana glasses, the ones that were sent to the insiders back in 2021. No clue. Time flies. Yes, we're back. We flipped XRP. We've been flipping Ethereum in terms of DeFi volume. What? Solana DeFi coming back? I mean, maybe we left the era of low transaction value, and now we've reached the era of lightning fast instant transactions, and Solana excels in that. Yes, low fees. I mean, Solana still is super low in fees, but especially compared to the EVM competitors like Polygon or they can't compete. They definitely can't compete. But when we are talking about lightning fast transactions and with network uptime being at 100% for the past couple of months, no outages like the ones we had back in the day, yeah, Solana is killing it. And we've been talking about it for quite some time. Solana was inevitable. It was inevitable. Like we knew it. We've been here. So yeah, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for trying out DeFi too. I hope you're farming your points. There's points all over the place. Points. The narrative with points has been like so strong. Yes, everybody's giving points. No, I don't think everybody that promises points is going to actually drop you coins. Does it matter? It does not matter. Can I name projects that I don't believe they will not give any coins despite giving points? No, I will not do that. It will look ridiculous. I prefer to shut up on this one. But I really think there are some usual suspects out there that are promising coins and are not going to give anything. Shout out to the Camino people that have again stressed out the point system. Yeah, sure. I found the wallet a couple of days ago that it was staking in Hubble Finance for the past 2 years. Like Hubble, I hope, because they're the same team, they actually give some retroactive rewards to the people that gave liquidity to Hubble and the Hubble token. And the stablecoin. I've been holding everything, and I forgot a bunch of money in their contracts, and I want a reward for that. So please, Mr. Camino Finance, where's the picture that I keep next to me? This is the picture. This is me and the Camino Finance friend here. And this is the picture. I'm like, hey man, just give me some points. Let me get some points and make the airdrop huge. Let me gain my financial freedom from some Solana airdrop. Cool stuff. I mean, you can watch the previous episodes. Let's not get into details on how to farm points on Camino. Just get into one of the strategies, how to earn points on MarginFi. Just lend some assets there. Don't need to borrow, just lend. You're still making points. We talked about Tensor and Tensor.trade. Sure, you can have a Tensorian. You can stake him here. Let's go, Tensorians. I'll tell you what I did last... what was it? Yeah, during the weekend actually. This was during the weekend with my friend Din Machine. We chilled at my house and we did some market making. We created some NFT pools. We experimented a little bit. I'll explain to you what we did. So yes, points. As always, there are points. You'll see that I am staking my Tensorians. I've been staking them for 2 months. We bought them on stream. These are my points. And this is... I have very little points. How do you gain points? The most important thing is to actually create volume. So if you're buying and selling NFTs, that's more points. And if you're actually market making NFTs that have high floors, high volume, and your trades are close and listings are close to the floor price, then you're getting multipliers and it's raining points. Pretty fucking insane. So what you can do now, this is a little bit complicated. It is a little bit complicated. I'll try to explain it to you. We're not gonna recreate it now. I think we'll do a dedicated stream on that. But for the the pros out there, I'm pretty sure you'll understand what I did. So what we did with Mr. Dean Machine, I had him next to me and he was telling me his opinion because he is a seasoned NFT market maker. But it's for the research, you know, it's not for the profit, it's for the research, for the market dynamic understanding. So what we did, listen to what we did, this is pretty crazy. We went to the 1 hour volume. So you go here and you short by this column. I'm not advising anybody to do this. This is what I did. This is how I thought, like, let's understand how markets work. Let's farm some points. Let's create some volume. So don't listen to pixelated people on crypto Twitter. Don't listen to weird, thick accented personas on Twitch or in whatever. Just don't do it. Be yourself. You have your own risk profile and you do you and let me do me and lose all my money. I'm the counter trade. I'm horrible with NFTs. Enough of the disclaimers. And yeah. So what we did here, this is pretty crazy. We shorted with 1 hour volume. So which collection the past hour has the highest volume? So look at this. 1. This collection has the highest volume, which means, what does volume mean? More volume means because it means there are sells and buys, lots of them. And as people are selling and buying, they're paying Solana, and this Solana is added up. So if someone is selling an NFT, means someone else is buying it. So this is volume for the exchange, and this is growing up. So in the last hour here, we have 2097 Solana being traded in a collection that has about 7 Solana trades. So what we did was we entered here, we went up to the left, and we did a sweep. We swiped the floor. We bought like 15 NFTs. So what happens here is you're going to spend 115 Solana. You can do it with smaller collections, but understand, the higher the price of the NFT, the more volume you create, the more points you get, the more fees you get, the more percentage in every trade, because everything works with percentages. So if you're trading NFTs that cost 100 Solana and you're charging a 5% profit, 5% fee on it, then you're making 5 Solana on the trade, which is huge. But at the same time, you've taken huge risks by buying illiquid, non-fungible shit, pardon my French, and you're playing the market with it, hoping that this is going to last. So obviously, one NFT, I have no clue what it is, I'm not going to fud it, but obviously this is not going to stay forever around us. Yeah, it might become one of the top collections, but chances are it's not. So what you can do here is, of course, not fall in love with this. What you cannot allow you for you to happen is to do this experiment and end the experiment with holding a bag of useless NFTs while the volume has gone to 0 and the floor has dropped 10 times from where you bought it. All right. Cheers to everyone. Cheers to Beeman. Fork it. We'll talk about this later. So imagine, we bought 15 NFTs. We immediately had 15 NFTs here. So, and we could play the market. You could see which ones you're buying. You're buying the floors, the cheapest ones. So you are not looking at rarities. You want floor. You don't want rarity. Rarity complicates things. You want those NFTs to be fungible, not non-fungible. NFTs by their nature are non-fungible, but the real non-fungible NFTs are the super rare ones. Once you go under certain rarity, you can consider them fungible. You don't care if you have NFT rarest 11,524. You don't feel better than the guy who has 11,201. There's no difference. So these are kind of fungible. You might like the image, but in terms of the market, this looks fungible. This looks the same. It doesn't matter which one you have. So you can buy floor. You can sweep the whole thing. Pretty fucking awesome. Then what you can do, you can click on the top left here and do market make. It's pretty crazy. You can put 0 NFTs to buy, because if you ask NFTs to buy, it means you're gonna have to deposit Solana. You don't need to do. You've already bought 15. You do how many NFTs you want to sell? All of them. So you're gonna add here 15. Perfect. Then you're gonna start the price. What you're gonna do is you want to be the cheapest one? Do you want to be the immediately start buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling? Or you want to ensure your position as a winning one and go a little bit higher? You're expecting, you've seen the charts, you've seen the volume, it started here picking up. So yeah, you might want to go slightly higher, but you don't want to be super high. You want the market to engage with you because remember, you're farming points. So you need to be closer to the floor. So you're going to do that. Then, what you're going to do is you can do percentage change. It's easier to understand. Solana change can get you greedy. You don't need to go there. Think of things as percentages. It kind of grounds you down. So let's say you want every 10%, every 7% of the floor change, your NFTs to reprice. So the next NFT you're going to be selling is at a higher price, the next at a higher, because if it's pumping, you want to be selling while the price is going up. You don't want to bulk sell all your NFTs there and just stop the price. And what and this is another great part of it, is you are also putting a fee on the trade. So you can add a high fee. Like I was doing 5% fee, and 5% fee at 7 Solana, that's what, 0.35? It's pretty good. That's pretty good if you ask me. Now you have 15 NFTs. As the floor is going up, is selling. As the floor is going down, if you've sold some, it means that your bucket of cash has cash now, and you have, let's say, from 15 you have 12 NFTs. Some have sold as the floor is going up. Then the bucket of SOL is actually growing because the 3 NFTs you sold at ascending prices are feeding the SOL bucket, which means now you have SOL. As the market volatility peaks, then it might be going up, it might be going down, it might be going up, it might be going down. The same happens in the reverse. As the NFTs are dropping in price, then you are actually buying the next NFT to refill your bucket at a lower price. You're expecting this to actually cascade and continue. At some point it's going to bounce, but your buckets are going to have Solana and NFTs, so you don't care which way the market goes. As long as it doesn't deviate too much, you can support it. And if you do this in a collection that has quite a lot of volume, in the past hour you stay on top of it, and as you see the volume dropping, you need to consider your exit strategy. So you stayed in this collection for 1 hour, you've done like 40 trades, 15 sells, 15 buys, and then another 10 and 10, I don't know, mixed, doesn't matter. You've earned a bunch of SOL in percentages, and in the end of the day, the NFTs didn't appreciate in value. You made your fees back. Okay, you made your fees back. Doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. You made a little bit of money from the actual fees you were charging as a market maker. And the most important thing is you exited this collection because volume is going to drop and eventually price is going to drop. So I hope this, I know I'm talking fast. I know these are hard concepts. You might understand them. You might think, okay, I understand what this guy with the thick accent is talking about. No, you don't understand. The only way for you to understand is actually do it. Trust me. There's going to be scary moments. There's going to be questions. I haven't answered any questions, honestly. Like the moment you do it, you'll start thinking, how high, how low, how big the delta, how much the percentage, who are my competitors, what are the pools, how long have they been operating? Oh, look at this guy in Mad Lads that has a pool operating for 11 months with 65 Mad Lads inside and 1,500 trades. That's the guy that you need to look. So you'll start growing from that. And like those moments that put you in these uncomfortable places where you have to get out of your little bubble of comfort zone. Those are the moments that allow you to grow. Those are the only moments snowboarding season has just started, and my goal every time I go to the mountain is to scare myself a little bit. If I don't get a little bit scared, then I didn't really push myself to the limits. I'm not growing as a snowboarder, so I need to scare a little bit myself. Of course, precautions and safety first, but hey, adventure without a little bit of danger, that's not an adventure. It's part of the equation. So yeah, this is an adventure. Your portfolio is an adventure. It's your financial life is extremely important. So yeah, how are you going to learn without a little bit of Tensor? So yeah, we spoke about Tensor. That was a quick one. I'm going to dedicate a stream on this. We're going to do an hour of let's snipe some volume. And yeah, you might make nothing. But if there is a time for you to do it, it's now. It's now that Tensor has promised 4 points. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Okay, enough with Tensor. What I really want to talk about this episode, it's everybody's talking about DeFi 2. DeFi 2 and DeFi 2. Everybody knows about these point shits. Okay, everybody knows about wormhole points, Saga phone points, Camino, MarginFi, Drift, Tensor. Everybody knows about the points. There is this other little secret sauce that very few people actually know about. Very, very, very few people know about. And this is one of the best DeFi platforms, one of the best concepts around, one of the best ways to fundraise, one of the best ways to airdrop, one of the platforms that has been used by so many OG protocols and so many OG teams, and nobody really talks about. Nobody really knows, nobody really uses. And of course I'm talking about Dual Finance. Huge shout out to the team from Dual Finance, because this is a project that honestly nobody knows about. Nobody knows about. It's one of those things that your ears go deaf the moment I start explaining. Like if someone tells you, hey, there's this options platform, you're like, immediately your mind goes to, oh my god, Black and Scholes model, European and American options, Greeks, deltas, gammas, betas, omegas. You're just, I black out. So the moment my fellow Dean's List citizens, Ahmed and George Kuru, started talking about options, despite me holding a master's in finance, I didn't want to listen. I just couldn't. I was like, oh my god, we're starting an options adventure in insanity. And I did nothing. Like I was not involved. So I did not really grasp the greatness. And I didn't really grasp the size of the market that was already using it, the market of founders, of teams, of smart people actually doing this. And Dual Finance doesn't really have to do with... It is and it is not. It is an options platform, but you don't need to know all these things. You don't need to know all these strategies and pricing models. So let's play around. Let me show you. And I have to also admit that it's an ultra shitty experience. My god, is Solana at $83? When is this going to stop? So yes, you have, the moment you enter beta.dual.finance, you get this. You get a beginner mode. This is the beginner mode. And it's like, sure, you can, these are classic options trading. Okay, you select a pool, you enter the stake amount, you evaluate the outcomes, and then you claim and confirm. And it has some options, but we're not gonna focus on this. We're gonna focus on the staking options and in this airdrop part of the platform. And this is like really, really hidden. Like, that's very hard to find. Very, very hard to find. So if you actually go to dual.finance, you'll see that if you're part of Dean's List DAO, then you have an airdrop here. Maybe you have multiple airdrops. If you've interacted with Bonk and with Bonkmas, if you have done the checklist of Bonk Christmas, then you'll have an airdrop here. If you've interacted in the past with some other really, really cool dApps like Guac, like a bunch others, then you might have some airdrop. So what you need to go, click on these three dots up on the top, go to airdrop, and you can select. As you see here, I have two airdrops. So I have my beans list November emission. If you click on balance, oh my god, do I need to actually, one moment here, because it's a little bit shitty. It's a shitty experience, but the platform is so good that we can just look over that. It's a shitty experience. It's not a shitty experience. There's a little bit of friction. And as you see, I am not doing best practices here because I am using my ledger to sign on contracts. That's not a good thing. But it's just signatures, and you can see the signatures. So I've actually claimed this, and I've claimed something. Here it is. So staking options here. You have to do this. You have to do this in order for... So what happens here is the protocol has created these options for you to be airdropped. There is no token account in your wallet. You need to create the token account, and this is the claim where you need to do. So if you're interested, you're gonna have some emissions here to actually claim. Dual partner program. So if I click here, I should also signal to the program that I want to see these options. So here, you can go view balances. It's going to take you here. It's going to take you to live, and you're going to take you to staking options. So on live, I have some options. What are my options? And this is literally, it's not like, this is, you have the option to buy something. What do I have? What does it give me here? Here you have the expiration. And here you have the strike price. The strike price is how much money you want to give in order to claim this amount of tokens. And this is a per token. So here, what has been given to me is been given to me 63,102 dual coin. And this is an option for me to claim them. The option is going to expire on the 31st of December. And if I want to exercise, if I want to exercise all 63,000, here I would actually get 63,102 dual, and I would have to pay $1,893. Why? We said because 63,000 times 0.03 equals that much USDC. Now, what you can see though is if I go to dual, if I go to Jupiter and I exchange one dual for USDC, you'll see that the price of dual is actually 0.045. So there is an arbitrage opportunity here. So there's an arbitrage opportunity where I can do what? I can exercise, I don't know, 1,000, pay $30, so I exercised another 1,000. So as you see, 62,000 remaining. Oh my god, there is more. There's no way I can exercise all that. And now, if I really want to, I can go to Jupiter and just sell 1,000. And I paid 30. Here, I'll do it. I'll do it just to prove you. Is the camera, is the stream dead? No. Is it dead? No, it's Twitch that's dead. How is Twitter? Twitch works. Okay, if Twitch works, then it's fine. My Twitch is dead. I don't know why I'm just. So I'll just prove to you that it works. This can happen. You can do it. But Dual is such a powerful platform. It's such a powerful platform. This is the best way to airdrop. This is the best way to fundraise, because you're not asking for money that people don't want to give. You're not giving promises. You are airdropping tokens and you're giving them a price. And this person can go back in time and use that price to exercise their option. It's super powerful. And it just simplifies the idea of options. If you understand this, then you can understand other options, European and American options, pricings and deltas. You can understand how it works. This is a great first step. And if you want to get Dual, because there is no liquidity at the moment in the market, and for God's sake, this is not a financial advice. Don't buy Dual again. Don't be stupid. Don't use your money. Go do other things. But if you want to buy Dual, that's the best way. As you saw, this is a stable price. There's no liquidity in the market. I'm offered that. How did I end up? Because this is important also to clarify. Why does Whale's friend have options and why don't I have options? If you're in Dean's List DAO, you must probably have options, because Dual Finance is a platform that Dean's List used in order to distribute token, governance token, is a platform that we've worked with, we've helped in feedback, we've done several sessions with educating the DAO. And as an appreciation to the DAO and the work we've done with Dual Finance, and a huge shout out to the Dual team. They're so responsive and they're so smart, guys. You talk to these people and you feel like, oh my God, why am I so stupid? Like, just nod and pretend. Just nod and pretend you understand. And you feel like stupid, you have nothing great to say because there's no way to impress such a smart person. It does not matter. It does not matter. So Dean's List DAO received a large amount of Dual options. Dual options, they're not free. They were not airdropped to us, the tokens. What was airdropped to the DAO was the option to buy Dual at a low, stable price with no without spillover, without market makers, without order books, without no slippage, nothing. And the DAO exercised some. Yes, the treasury, if you go to Dean's List DAO, you'll see that the treasury has Dual finance options. As you see, there are here 16,000 Dual, and somewhere here, there is another 2.5 million Dual options. That's a lot. That's a lot. If you actually, if the DAO wanted to exercise that, it would cost $75,000. I mean, I would certainly want the DAO to exercise more than 1,600. I think it's a huge waste. Personally, I've exercised 30,000 options and I'm planning to exercise more. I am not planning to close this stupid arbitrage. You're not going for the peanuts. You're not going for the small fish. If you were conducting a robbery, if you had taken this decision in your life, not sure what got you there, does not matter, does not not my business. But if you had to rob something, make sure it's something that's worth it and has money. You shouldn't go rob the kiosk, go rob the little corner store, the hot dog stand. Don't do that. You go rob a fucking bank. And closing this arbitrage is just pathetic. I mean, invest. If you're going to, don't invest actually. That's a word. If you're going to give money, make sure you do your research. And I'm pretty sure that if you conduct your research, you'll agree with me that this is a team worth supporting. And if not supporting by buying options, because I'm not sure if you have the chance to buy options, but I would totally encourage you to check this platform out. Now, let's talk a little bit about the other side of the platform, which is staking. Because if you're doing bonk mass, and if you have any bonk, and in order to show you how this works, actually, let me first, what I want us to do is switch wallets to the Stream wallet. And let's go to this. And here we see the staking options. So what does this mean? And there are two ongoing campaigns. There are two ongoing campaigns with expirations, those. If you have dual, let's do it with bonk because it's more fun. Let's go buy some bonk. Let's buy $10 worth of bonk. So here is my $10 worth of bonk. Forgot this is not a ledger, that's why we're using this. So now that I have a little bit of bonk, I can stake. What can I do here? This is so much fun. Listen to this. As you see, this is the price. This is the strike price. And there is a lockup ratio of 0.1. What does that mean? And there's an expiration of a date 24th of January. So this contract gives me the ability to stake my bonk. Come on. It gives me the ability to stake my bonk. Let's imagine I staked 100,000, 1 million bonk. It's going to lock my tokens until the 24th of January. And this action of me staking them for those days, 24 days, 25 days, is going to earn me 100,000 staking options. 100,000 staking options, which means the moment I do this, and why am I not getting it? Yeah, I do have. I have no bonk. Come on. Come on, Solana, I praised you so much. Slippage reached. I need to increase the slippage. My God. What's going on? Slippage reached. Let's go big. Let's do 5%. Does not matter. Yes, I know what I'm doing. I'm just buying $10. Doesn't matter. It's doing 4 hops and 1 split in order to do $10. There you go, transaction success. And let's go back to normal slippage. So let's go back to dual. Now I have bonk in my wallet. I will lock all these bonk. These are like 525,000 tokens, and this is going to give me 52,000 tokens. So 10% of that I will receive in options. I understand that my bonk will be locked. I don't wanna. I joined Discord and I follow Twitter. Come on, don't be like that. So now I am locking my bonk for how much? 35 days. Perfect. Now in 35 days I locked them. I most probably have them. Yes, I locked them. It's done. They're in the contract. This means that I can buy 52,560, 10% of what I locked. I'm given the option to buy it at this price. Now, what is the price of one bonk? Is it worth it? And I have until the 24th of January to actually exercise this option. So what is the price of one bonk? One, two, three, 4 zeros, 19. And the dual is 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, 15. So this is a better price. So what can I do? I can exercise this, which means I will pay 0.7 dollars. It was $10, so 10% of that. Vajrush, no, this is not partnership with Bonk. You don't need to have partnership with Bonk. All you need to do is have a little bit of Bonk in your wallet, go stake them into the staking vault of Bonk, and you will receive 10% of options, 10% of the amount you put in options to buy at a specific price. The specific price at the moment is lower at the market price. So what did I do? I exercised my option. Now it's exercised. It does not exist anymore. I will have access to this bonk in 35 days, and I can go to Jupiter and I can get $1 back. So now I'm going to get my bonk back, and they're going to be also $1 cheaper. So now that I did this, if I go to Bonkmas ecosystem rewards, and I check my wallet, of course this is not the wallet. Sooner or later it will show that it qualifies, because what I did, part of the bonk list is... Where's the dual finance? Here, staked bonk on the dual finance. So soon I'll be eligible for this, because I just did. This is part of the Bonkamas campaign. So you have your bonk, you deposit them in the dual finance, you lock them for 30 days, you get 10% of the amount you deposited in options to buy at a specific price. That specific price at the moment is under market price. If bonk goes up, this price becomes even more lucrative, because the price, no matter what is happening in the real world, the price you've agreed in the contract will stay fixed. So you have nothing to fear on that side. So you've understood now how to stake, how to claim, how to participate in these campaigns that involve options and you go blank because options are complicated. They're easier than what you expected. I'm sure about that. We spoke about that, no need to talk about it. So yes, here is there's option. If you go back in the day, you'll see that there are votes from Dean's List DAO on when to exercise option. There are discussions, and a big shout out to Kuru and Ahmed for finding this partner and actually shining the light and telling us, hey, these are important people. And we realize that even if you go to the to Dual Finance YouTube, you go to YouTube, you go to Dual Finance. You go to their videos, amazing tutorials. You go to the demo. You'll see the demo happened 11 months ago, and it's a bonk example. Solana was, let me do that. Let me see the fucking advertisement. So Solana was, and it's really funny because it's here. Solana was at $9.99. It's not even $10. Not even $10, guys. Not even $10. Ah! We were streaming. We were here. So yeah, OGs in the space. Smart way for fundraising. Smart way for airdrops. Why? And listen to this way of thinking. You want to launch a new coin. You want to do a distribution that's wide and proud and has all the OGs. But what happens is, in reality, not everybody is interested in your shitcoin. You're gonna get into the trouble of airdropping a bunch of shitcoin to hundreds or thousands or hundreds of thousands of wallets, and in the end, most of this coin is going to be is going to rot in their wallets, never to be used, never to be discovered, never to be played with. While there is another small amount of super funds that would go above and beyond to get more coin, and if you had more coin, you would have given it to them. So what you can do is, as a project owner, mint a coin. And why would you incur the cost of actually minting all these addresses and opening and paying the fees to open the address in the other person's wallet in order to send him a coin? Because when you are airdropping, when you are opening a new token address on your Solana wallet, you pay a small fee. It's a tiny fee. You're not going to see your balance change, but there is a micro amount of Solana living. If you multiply this micro amount of Solana with hundreds of thousands of addresses, this micro amount stops being a micro amount and becomes a serious expense. In this case, why would you actually incur this expense? You can transfer it to the airdrop hunter, and you don't need even to give an airdrop. You airdrop the option for him to exercise, to buy the token, to buy your shitcoin at a fixed price, at the OG price, at the best price, the friends and family, seed round 1, seed round 0.1. No clue. But you can give this opportunity and you can get the tokens back if the recipient is not interested, and it's okay to be interested. Another thing that I am pretty sure is going to happen, I am kind of wondering why it hasn't happened. Why don't we have an options market? Where can I sell my options? Like, I'm pretty sure that there are people out there that want to buy Dual Finance, and they are not going to buy Dual Finance because liquidity is extremely thin. And why is extremely thin? Because nobody is willing to sell their tokens at 3 cents. It feels stupid. It might not feel stupid, and it might actually be stupid not to sell. Reality is going to judge us all in the end. But personally, I'm not selling at 3 cents. I'm pretty sure these guys are competent and they're going to do miracles. Defi 2, volumes to the moon, bigger than Ethereum, flipping XRP. Come on, the protagonist in this bull run. They're builders. They're hackathon winners. They're smart people, eloquent people. They have connections. They've been working with Bonk. They've been working with Guac. They've been working with so many protocols. So I'm not selling, and that's why there's no liquidity. But I cannot, Dean's List DAO cannot exercise 2.5 million options of Dual. We don't have the liquidity, we don't have the capital to drop 75k to it. I would gladly do it if we had $1 million balance sheet, but we don't. So what we would love to do is actually sell some of these options. And yeah, you can take them, distribute it to members. Nanco, it was distributed to members. I received some, you received some, Dean received some, everybody received some. But you know what? Nobody has claimed them. Very few people have claimed them. Very few people have realized the value, the simplicity, the power of the platform. And still, I've been given 150,000 options. This means I need to drop like 5k. I don't have 5k to drop in Dual Finance at the moment. Why? Because I'm a stupid trader. I now lose my money. But I'm pretty sure I could sell those at a small price. You want the option to buy Dual token at a fixed price, under market price, from the seed round partner. I want the option to sell them for a profit, and I would even want to have a feature where I could sell and incorporate this sale into the price. So I would sell you the instead of 0.03, I would sell it to you at 0.034, and I would steal that 0.004 from the contract itself. Still, that would be my fee for providing the options to the market, and that's what you pay me for me selling them to you. Since in the end you're gonna have to exercise the options, that's why you bought them, and spend even more money to claim the token. This was me whitelisting you. That's what you need to pay. That's what I'm offering. So yeah, huge thank you to the Dual Finance team. Huge thank you to Dinsley's DAO, to Nanco as well, to Ahmed and Kuru. Cheers everyone. I killed my beer. I had a beer, it's dead. Couple more things, because I have I have more work to do after this stream, and we can't have a super long episode. Few things we need to talk about are huge shout out to Beeman and Baba and Ahmed and the rest of the team, but the biggest shout out is to Beeman. The Beeman fork it, pub key. Let me see if there is a way for you to see. Yes, I'm pretty sure you can see this now. Pub key. Winner of the DAO tooling track in the Hyperdrive hackathon. Huge guy, literally and metaphorically. He's a beast. He's part of the DAO, he's part of the team, he's part of the crew. We vibe well, and he's building bridges with every protocol, with every team. He's beloved and he's an asset. So the first instance of PubKey is running on Dean's List. You can go check it out. You're gonna soon start seeing it in other important Discord servers. It's using the linked roles, the Discord native blockchain connection that was made for Solana by Discord. It's 100 times cheaper. It's free basically. You have to host it somewhere, but it's free basically. Versus $99 from my friends at Matrika. Shout out to Matrika. They did such a good job. They maintained the NFT gating, token gating. Not even token gating. Do they even have token gating? I don't know. But they pushed the industry forward. I think it plateaued a little bit. We needed PubKey to come change it. You can go in Dean's List DAO and the onboarding server as well and play around with the bot. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. I see Untied Bear here. Shout out to Untied Bear, my good Dutch friend, another Dutch friend in this chat. Back to back, Beeman and Untied Bear, my two Dutch friends. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Yes, long time no see. Continuing my appreciation to Beeman and Baba and the team has to do with the Dean's List DAO feedback DApp. This is my wet dream coming true. This is coming to reality. This is something that I was requesting for a very long time. It's new, it's clunky, it doesn't work 100% as imagined, but it works so much better than I expected version 1 to actually work. It looks good, it does what it needs to do, and it's to the point. And what does it do? What is it? This is for the Dean's List citizens, the members, the ones that are undertaking the USDC paying jobs to remove some friction from feedback. So these are 3 feedback projects that are active. There is the feedback DApp itself. As you see, I've given a feedback about it. Let's go. I will copy the whole thing because it's easier. So my feedback DApp, you go in there. You see a bunch of stuff, you see the team members, the people that are actually writing. Here, this is placeholders. We'll fix this slowly. Sollinked and PubKey are also the other 2 projects that are open. You'll see here are the reviews, and you can go on the top right and go to your review. You click on your review. In order to see this, you need to be a Dean's List DAO citizen or hold a business visa. Holding a business visa is free, renewal is $5 and allows you to actually get into the server, play around and get to know people, get to know how it works and how to start your career in Web3. And here it's like, what's beautiful here? First of all, you get an OS version and a version of your browser. Immediately extremely important for the developers. If there is a bug, I need to know, what are you using? Are you on mobile? Are you on Linux? Are you on Explorer? What are you using? Windows 2000? What is going on? You get the links. So this is the official links, websites, GitHubs, exactly where to click so you don't get some phishing stuff involved and drains your wallet. And when you're creating a new feedback, you can add a comment. This is your new feedback. You can choose from the categories. It's a bug, it's a feature request, or it's something else. Could be a UI UX, could be a user journey, could be a competition comment, it could be anything. It could be feedback towards this project. How can we become better? And what happens is when you log in here, you have a profile where there is a Discord connection and the wallet adapter, and theoretically, and as we proceed, this is how it's going to be all automated through the DApp. Comments that make it feedback that makes it to the end report, the report that goes to the client, and those comments, those users that provided those comments are going to get paid in USDC. They're going to get paid because this is a service that DAO provides, and we get USDC for it. We get money for it. A little tax goes to the treasury in order to maintain this well-oiled machine and maintain the organization and operations and marketing and payroll and everything. And then there is the larger chunk which is going to be divided to the contributors. And having a feedback DApp is a first step of creating a database that will act as a reputation table, that will act as a leaderboard, that will act as a Web3 dashboard for sales, for new sales, that will have a list our partners, our incubated projects, our treasuries, our investments, our superstars, our employees of the month, our revenues, our distribution, everything slowly is going to be integrated. And hopefully one day every Solana project, even those coming out of the hackathons, will have a banner on top of their website that will allow you to provide feedback and potentially get paid. And yeah, you need to dig deep sometimes. You need to find the bug. As you saw, I found the bug. I don't think anybody else has found this bug or has submitted this bug, but every time you set a starting and ending date when creating a project, it doesn't work. You put a starting date, you put a ending date, you click save, and the moment you click save, the ending date equals the starting date. So the moment you put January 8th, it changes the starting date to January 8th. So this is the bug. Let's replicate it. I've been shouting to the devs. The devs don't really listen. They are doing their own things, pretending to be... I know. The moment I enter the room, they press a little pedal they have under their desk, and it changes to a static Excel sheet pretending they are working. Yeah. I was doing this when I was young as well. I was doing this. Of course, I'm joking. I'm encouraging everybody to go and play around. There is Solinked there. Solinked is an awesome project. It works. Anatoly follows it. You can message Anatoly through Solinked. Awesome project. Grand winner of its track in the hackathon. I'll definitely dive into this. So yeah, lots of new stuff to review on Dean's List DAO. There is a committee that is responsible for allocating 50,000 USDC. Are you a developer? Are you a new developer? I know a new developer in this chat. I know a new developer, and I know he's a very smart guy. Very smart guy. One of my, when I was growing up, and I was playing lots of World of Warcraft, you were fucking amazing, man. You guided me through my World of Warcraft social career. We're giving out $50,000 as grants for teams and developers to build open source DAO tooling on SPL governance. You don't need any Dean to join the project. You don't need an NFT. You don't need anything. You just go into the onboarding server. You're like, hey guys, I want to work. I want to join. I want to vibe. You bounce some dialogue with someone there, and most probably you're going to give you a business visa. Business visa is active for a month. It's an NFT. It's one of those really cool Solana NFTs that change their metadata after certain conditions have met. In our case, after 30 days, your active NFT will change into an inactive NFT. And that signals the end of your membership. But in the meantime, you can work, and then you can renew the business visa and eventually become a full member. And there's a lot of work, and we're also giving $50,000 to developers that are building new open source public goods DAO tooling on SPL governance. I know lots of unknown words in one sentence. For any questions, DM me here on Twitter, on Discord, on Telegram. I'm everywhere. So yeah, huge shout out to B-Man, dude. Thank you. We're gonna talk about other things soon. I know it's tiring. I know it must be really annoying to be getting some of the feedback you're getting. People trying to do a million things and breaking the program. It's the growing pains, and people are eager to use the tech. So thank you, man. So we did this. We did dual. Huge appreciation. We spoke about points. I showed you my strategy for NFTs in Tensor. I think we're good. I think we covered. It's over 1 hour. Mission accomplished. Alpha delivered. Beer finished. Forkit is PubKey. PubKey is the new Discord gating technology on Solana. It uses technology developed for Solana by Discord. It's You know what's the worst thing, man? And then I'm gonna close with that. The worst thing is when you have a bunch of people shouting, being very loud, we want this feature, we want this feature, we want this feature, we want this feature, and in the end, the fucking company delivers and builds you this feature, and no one uses it. And everybody's like, what the fuck, man? You were doing so much noise. Why are you not using it? So Discord built this Solana linked Discord roles where they cannot be removed by admins. Only on-chain data triggers those permissions, and nobody was using it. And I'm not saying you and me, man. What am I gonna do with linked roles and Discord? Like, this is nothing, means nothing to us. But the people behind gating tools, I don't know. My fellow grapers. My fellow Matrica people, my fellow, what was the other one? I don't know, some other guy. Like, guys, what the fuck? Just honor Discord. Show them that, hey, you made something, we integrated it fast, the community loves it, thank you, do more. That's the idea here. So yeah, thanks B-Man for covering this space. So yeah, use the bot, use the DApp, use dual finance. That's the OG tool. That's the people that nobody talks about. That's the protocol that doesn't need points. On that note, I leave you with Solana above $80, with huge smiles, big dreams, fat pockets, and a lot of patience. I love you all. Stay awesome. And before I finish, next week is the 27th. We're not gonna there's not gonna be an episode. I'll be on the mountain snowboarding. There is a huge snowstorm approaching somewhere in the Caucasus Mountains. I booked a ticket going to Georgia, booked a driver to take me up the mountain. Hopefully we're gonna reach. We're going for 3 days, so we'll be back. We're gonna stream before New Year's Eve. We're gonna talk to each other. There's always going to be a whale's tales. We're always going to be here. Expect a celebration stream before New Year's Eve, and hopefully some pictures from the Caucasus Mountains. We're going to Svaneti, one of the highest permanently inhabited villages in Europe, at 2,200 altitude. The mountain top is at 5,370 meters, ultra tall, and there are two next to each other. You wanted one Matterhorn, you get two Matterhorns. On that note, I love you all. Merry Christmas. Stay awesome. I love you all. Bye bye. Buy butter. The first token to pump by bots